Good morning. This is Mark Young with SFG Top Performance. Thanks for attending today. With us today we have Charles and a special guest, Max Smith. We have a lot of topics to cover today, and we're going to start off with Charles giving us an update on equipment and field work we're doing today.
This week we got our scale deck poured here at the Knoxville location. It was a complete overhaul. We'll have some pictures he'll show you before and after. I think that scales was put in the late 80s, and hopefully it lasts another 30 to 35 years. Other work, they got our scales done. They'll probably start on the Centerville scales later this month, as in August here. Should have it completed before harvest, the way I understand it. Don't know exact date, but they'll start on that project next, and scale work will be done for the year. Other work getting done is spraying fungicides. The airplane's pretty much done doing the fungicides on corn. Something they're switching over to beans. We got a lot of ground rigs running, trying to get the beans wrapped up. Should have them wrapped up here in the next week. Bean or fungicide and insects. After that, we can hopefully start putting sprayers away. I think it will be on the downhill slide.
See, I disagree with you. I want us to keep the sprayers going all the time, Charles. I want to wait till harvest time.
No, it's August. It's time to be done.
You mentioned a couple weeks ago that they're doing some work in Milo, putting a different grain leg. How are they coming along with that?
Equipment is starting to show up. They're still fixing some of the old spouting, the old legs inside. Some work that needed done. But they're ready to, within the next week, hopefully they'll start putting some of the new equipment up and carry on. It's just been a struggle to get new equipment in, and once they get it in, it'll go a lot quicker than working on the old stuff.
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, thanks, Charles.
Yep.
Max, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come with us today and discuss optimization by Landus. There's been some conversation at Countryside and I think some wonderful opportunities for both companies involved as the growers. Could you explain to us what optimization by Landus all is?
I'd be glad to. First off, thanks, Mark, Charles, for having me on. This is the first time I've been on out here, and I get to see, you guys can't see all the equipment we've got here, but it's Rob is in the background here, and there's a lot of things going on to make this happen, and I appreciate all the efforts by all to do this. One of the things that I preach to everybody is I want to raise the bar. These guys probably get tired of hearing it, but I want us to do better next year. The farmers in the country their job is to grow more corn next year. I never hear a farmer say, well, I hope I don't grow as much as last year, or I just want to grow what I grew last year. We expect to do better. Well, we expect better out of ourselves, and that's been our goal for a long time. So first off, the first rumor that goes out there is that we've sold our business and things like that, and that's entirely not true. And for those that know me well enough that I can joke with, I asked him, well, did we get a good price? I said, nobody's told me yet if we didn't sell it, did we get a good price, you know? Well, first off, it's not true. There's no changes made here. We haven't sold or leased any part of this business. It's strictly what the words say, optimization. And Mark, you've asked me to define what that means. And so a little bit of history is that we've done an excellent job of growing our business, of putting Charles just talked about how the elevators are going up and putting the unloading equipment in the right spot and getting the sprayers organized, and service is what we've built this company off on. That's our number one focus, and they've done an excellent job of putting that together, and we continue to do that. And so that goes on into my side, if you will, and administration side the last few years, and as we grow through there, one of the things that's happened through the pandemic and all the things is a lot of changes have been made of how you run a business. You can do things remotely that we never used to do. And there's just a lot of expense to go through to learn how to do things. How do we communicate better? So I've been working on this probably for a couple of years behind the scenes, trying to figure out a better way. And in the last 8 months, Charles started working with me, and we have come up with this plan that We're working with Landus in central Iowa in the Ames area. Matt Carsons is the CEO up there. Him and I go back 30, 40 years together, working together, so at least 30. And so I have a lot of trust for him, and he has trust for me, and I want to define what optimization means. It's a sharing of ideas. It's collaboration at its best, that we take his strong suit, take our strong suit, put them together, openly talk about it. We have confidentiality agreements between us where we can share information and help make us better. And that's the goal, is we want to be better. And why do we want to be better? We want to give you, our valued customer, better service every year. Just like you work hard to grow a better crop every year. I tell Charles and Mark, what are we going to do next year to do better than we did last year? We have to continue to work at that. And by being able to collaborate with them, share their ideas. This technology is expensive today, very expensive. And if you make the decision to do things, you want to make sure you do it right. Well, the more players you have involved in that experiment and come up with what we call the best idea, then we can pass that on to our customers. That technology, we raise the bar for our business, we raise the bar for their business, we raise the bar for the training that we all do. Charles, you got people training all winter long and basically all season long. Everybody here is a CCA that works with Mark and Charles, and we have done an excellent job of doing that. But this helps us continue to raise the bar for not only years to come, but decades to come. We're looking forward to it.
Now, with this optimization with Landus, does it go both ways? Are we just taking from them, or are they taking from us as far as technology and information and work? Is it a two-way street here?
Every company has some things that they're really good at and some things that they could do better. And Landus and SFG fall into that. There's things that they could do better. There's things we can do better. And today we're already sharing them ideas, and they're taking some ideas from us and taking back to their people. And we're in the process of setting meetings up with all of our people. There's the IT department, transportation, and human resource. And as you know, we have a very extensive shop here, and we keep things going 7 days a week sometimes, and not very many companies are equipped to do that, but they've learned from us on how to better do those kind of things. And we're creating some buying power together through equipment that we can, we're working on, that we might be able to pass this off to our customers as well. There's a lot of things we're going to do that I've been working on for a long time that I can help them with, and then they have things that they can help us with. They have a greater depth of technology. So we're going to be on the leading edge of technology for things like that. And if you could have some equipment access that we would be able to demo. You know, Mark, you've been around us for a long time, and we always buy a piece of equipment, and the first thing they do is take it to the shop, and Charles and Jason tear it apart, put it back together, make it better than it was. Well, everything we touch that way, we're good at that. We're naturals at that. So we're going to help them a lot with some things like that. And that in turn comes back to helping the farmers, and that's what's dear most to us, our customer base.
Okay.
So,
and when you mention that, working together like that, it's not just for Landus or Smith Fertilizer and Grain, it's for the customers as well. So you had mentioned that there's a possibility in the future, as things work out, maybe some equipment purchases. What other things will the customers benefit from this optimization?
well, the way we see this playing out is we're going to have access to some items that we didn't used to have access to. And some of those will be at a better price than what we have. Part of this is yet to be seen, but we have no doubt that we're going to have some price advantages at times, and we in turn then can pass them on to our customers, and they'll get a better bang for their buck. and we can continue to raise the bar, we all win. And if we can do anything we can do to increase the profitability of our customers, then that's an attaboy for SFG. If we can't do that, well, then it's all for nothing. So one thing that Matt Carsons and I have in common is we want to take care of the customer first.
Okay. Okay, that sounds great. That sounds real good.
I mean, the main thing is the farmer won't see any difference in how we run our company. The farmer will not see, you won't see a Landus pickup going in the driveway, or you won't,
Yeah.
you just won't see that. It's just, you won't see any change.
It's a lot of background work that we're going to be working together on
Yeah.
to help improve our business here.
Example, the next few weeks, our human resource department, our IT department, they all have their heads and they get together and share these ideas and how we might help each other. And so as the farmers walking in, they're never even going to know, if it hadn't been for this announcement, they'd never know the difference. Just that simple. They wouldn't know the difference unless we told them. They wouldn't really seamlessly know, because it's just going to affect how we run our business. And that's our goal every day, is to try to be more efficient and to try to give better service and to give the best prices we can for the service we give them.
Great. Well, thank you for coming in, Max. Great information, good update on optimization by Landus. As you can see, Smith Fertilizer and Grain is continuing to try to upgrade and update themselves, raise the bar, as Max said. And that's right. We're doing this for you, our customers, because we appreciate what you've offered us in the past, and we appreciate what you will offer us in the future.
One thing, Mark, before we close, I want to bring up is Mark Young has been with us 21 years, and Mark is going to, we think we're going to finally let him retire at the end of the month of August. We've had a vote, and we said we wasn't going to let him retire, but we decided that we better let him do what he wants to do. But we want you to know that in the next couple of podcasts to come, that we're going to ask Mark to talk about some of the past, some of the future, and some of his accomplishments over the years. And we're very grateful to have him as our employee. He's been invaluable to me over the years to help us through what we're doing. So more to come. I want to thank you again for being part of this meeting. And Mark, thank you for inviting me and sharing with Charles today. So the best is yet to come.
Yep.
Thank you.
And again, I want to thank you for attending today. And any questions, please give us a call for further information on optimization by Landus. Thank you.